Hi, my name is Max, and I'm going to be leading you through a pretty advanced 45-minute power vinyasa flow today. We're going to be working a lot of leg strength through some different variations of chair, sissy squat, and pistol squat, and we're also going to be working into some controlled articular rotations through our hips, working on our hip mobility. And we're also going to have some fun transition with some handstand hops and some arm balances. Nothing is required of you except you and your practice space, but if you do have a couple blocks, they might come in handy, and we'll go ahead and get started in a child's pose. Taking your knees out wide or close together. And then bringing your big toes to touch and then resting your torso down in between or on top of your legs. And then resting your forehead down into the mat. Releasing any tension on your face, releasing any tension in your shoulders and your arms. Let your hips fall back towards your heels. And then just take the first few moments here to connect with your breath. Deepening your inhalations and your exhalations. And then maybe starting to breathe in and out through your nostrils, creating some internal heat. Dropping into your breath as you start to shift your focus, your attention, the entirety of your concentration onto your breathing. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need, and if you need to pause the video and take some more time to drop in, I invite you to do just that. But we're going to start to move. We're going to meet up into a tabletop, a hands and knees position. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. We'll just start here with some free movement. Moving your body in whatever direction feels good. So maybe that's some cat-cows straight away. Maybe taking some snake-like movement through the spine, letting your shoulders protract and retract. Taking some circular motion with the pelvis, with the hips, rolling out through your neck. Just allowing your breath to be your guide here, connecting your breath with your movement. And then from here, you can continue to do what you're doing, or come into some cat-cows. And your next inhale, let your belly drop, let your collarbone spread wide, take your gaze forward. And the exhale, rounding through the spine, let the shoulder blades go wide, bring your chin in towards the chest. Good, and do a couple more rounds of that on your own. On the inhale, coming forward. And on the exhale, rounding back. And then maybe you want to add some side-to-side movement here in either your cat or your cow. Stay for an extra breath in either position, taking your time with it. Good. From here, we'll start to warm up into our wrists. Neutral tabletop, start to take some circles with the shoulders over the palms. And then switch the direction, go the opposite way. And then flip your hands so they face the long sides of your mat, and then continue with some circles there. And then go the other way. Good, and then flip your hands all the way around so your fingertips face your knees, maybe tucking your toes under, and then finding a gentle pulse, gentle bounce forward and back. And maybe the bottom of your hands can start to lift up off the mat, maybe not. Just going to your own end range of motion here. Good, and then from here, guys, coming onto the backs of the hands, fingertips are still facing the knees, and then maybe continuing with that forward and back little pulse. Maybe you want to start to move side to side. Maybe you want to start to bend through the elbows, finding some exploration here. Different lines of tension. And then keep the hands the same. Just find a more neutral tabletop, and then start to make fists with the hands and open them out wide. Make some fists and open them out wide. Do that for a couple rounds. And then from here, guys, we're going to come back into a kneeling position with our toes tucked under. So flipping your hands back around, coming onto your fingertips, and then bringing your knees a little bit closer together. And then your toes are tucked under here. If this is too much on the feet, you don't have to have the toes tucked under. But then we're going to grab our left wrist with our right hand and then just make a fist with the left hand. You can just roll out to the wrist a few times. And then switch the direction, go the opposite way. And then switch. Grab for your right wrist with your left hand, and then make a fist and roll out to the wrist. And then switch the direction, go the opposite way. Good, and then interlace your hands, push your palms forward, reach your palms up towards the sky, think cow pose, reach your heart up towards the sky, maybe your gaze goes up towards the sky, push energy out through your palms. And on the exhale, think cat as you push your palms forward, let the shoulder blades go wide, bring your chin in towards the chest. Good, inhale, come back up, reach it up, think cow pose. And on the exhale, push it forward. Good, and do about 2 to 3 more rounds on your own on the inhale coming up. And on the exhale, pushing it forward. And then maybe you want to add some side to side movement here. Pausing in either your cow or your cat shape. Good, doing about 1 more round. Good. Reaching your hands back up, letting go of the interlaced cactus out to the arms, open the arms out wide, find a back bend here, bring your elbows all the way down towards your hips. And then from there, bring your hands forward, come back into a tabletop position. Lift your feet up off the mat, roll out to the ankles, spread out to the toes, one direction, and then the other. Good. From there, maybe tapping out to the feet, releasing the feet. And then from there, we're going to lower our left forearm down towards the mat. We're going to come onto our right fingertips. We're going to reach the right leg up off the mat. We're going to start to take some controlled articular rotation, some circles here into that right hip ball and socket joint. And then maybe you want to straighten out to the leg, roll out to the ankle, spread out to the toes. Really explore your end range of motion here into that hip, waking up into your glute, into your legs. And then switching the direction, going the opposite way. Good. Plant down through your right palm, send your left fingertips forward, find bird dog pose. From here, bend through your right knee, reach back with your left fingertips, taking your foot and your fingertips over towards the left, maybe tapping for your right heel with your left fingertips. And then from there, bringing your right knee towards your right tricep, maybe tapping the right knee with your left fingertips. Maybe you can extend that to the right leg and tap the toes. And then go back over towards the left, tap, over towards the right, tap. Good. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest for a baby staff pose. So lift your hands, bring your right knee in towards your chest, your right leg is floating, find your balance. Maybe you can straighten out to your right leg, find some pulses up and down for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, right foot lands, low lunge, reach your fingertips up, taking an inhale here. On the exhale, bring your fingertips down to frame your right leg as you straighten out to your right leg, half splits. 5 more rounds on your own. Inhale, come back into your low lunge. Exhale, frame the leg, half splits, fold forward. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. And if you want to add some movement here, pause in your lunge or pause in your splits. Find some different variations with the arms. Whatever you want to do, make it your own. Good. From here, we're going to come into a modified side plank towards the back of the mat. We're going to bend into the right knee, turn your left shin in so it's parallel with the front edge of your mat. Bring your left palm towards the back of the mat, sweep your right fingertips up and around, straighten out to your right leg, move down to the blade of your right foot. From here, push off of your left palm, come up to standing on your left knee, your left shin. Let the right fingertips slide down the outside of your right shin as you reach your left fingertips up and over. Good, and then flowing with this motion, left palm plants, right fingertips reach up and over. Good, coming up to standing, right fingertips slide, left fingertips reach up and over. Good, do 3 to 5 more rounds on your own, going fast, going slow. Taking your time with it. Good. Finishing the round that you're on. And then we're gonna come back to standing on our left knee or left shin. We're gonna come into a one-legged child's pose. We're gonna sink our left hip down towards our left heel, adjusting your legs as you need to. Right leg stays extended out towards the right, reaching your hands forward or weaving your right arm underneath your left armpit for a thread the needle variation. Maybe resting your head in front of your right shoulder girdle. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently unwinding yourself, coming back into a tabletop position, but this time facing the back of the mat. And then maybe finding a wiggle and wobble from side to side, rolling out to the neck. A couple cat-cows, child's pose, whatever you need to do to release, I invite you to do it now. And then we're just going to go and do the same thing just onto the other side. We're going to lower our right forearm down, come onto our left fingertips, reach the left leg up off the mat, and find your cars, your controlled articular rotations here into your left hip. Maybe straightening through the leg, rolling out to the ankle, spreading out to the toes, making those circles a little bit more dynamic as we explore the end range of motion into our hip. And maybe switching the direction, going the opposite way if you haven't already. Good. From here, we're going to root down through our left palm, send our right fingertips forward, send the left leg back for a bird dog position. And then take your hand and your foot over towards the right, tap the heel. Bring your left knee towards your left tricep, tap the knee or extend through the left leg and tap the foot. Good. Keep going. Side to side, over towards the right, and then towards the left for 5. Good, your own rhythm, your own pace for 4, 3, 2, on 1. We're going to bring the left knee in towards our chest, baby staff pose. Keep the left leg floating. Use your arms to help you balance. Maybe extend out through the left leg. Gentle pulses up and down, waking up into our left hip flexor for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. On 1, step that left foot forward, low lunge. Reach the fingertips up, taking an inhale here. On the exhale, half splits. Maybe use your blocks, maybe not. Do about 5 more rounds on your own, flossing between these two positions, adding any movement, pausing where you want to pause, moving when you want to move. Following your breath. Taking your time, not rushing through anything. Good. From here, coming into a modified side plank towards the top of the mat, bending into your left knee, turning that right shin in so it's parallel, rooting down through your right palm back towards the top of the mat, sweeping your left fingertips up and over, rooting down to the blade edge of your left foot. From there, pushing off of your right palm, coming up to standing on your right knee, let the left fingertips slide, reach your right fingertips up and over. Flossing between these two positions, right palm plants, left fingertips reach. Come up to standing, left fingertips slide, right fingertips reach up and over. 3 to 5 more rounds on your own, adding any movement, subtracting any movement, pausing, moving. Making this practice your own. Good, finishing the round that you're on. We're doing a couple more if you want to. We're going to transition into our one-legged child's pose, sinking your right hip down towards your right heel, reaching your arms out in front of you, maybe threading the needle, bring your left arm underneath your right for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, tabletop back towards the top of the mat, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, wiggle and wobble, side to side, take a few cat-cows, let it go, maybe a child's pose. Good. From here, we're gonna come back into our tabletop. We're gonna tuck our toes under. We're gonna lift the knees up off the mat just a couple inches, coming into a hovering tabletop. And then we're gonna activate through the calves, through the quads here. We're gonna sink our tailbone down back behind us. So bringing your belly button towards your spine as you bring your front hip points towards your lower ribs. Wrapping your biceps forward, keeping the back of the neck long. Option to stay here. Option to take some floating cat-cows. On your next inhale, let the belly drop. Collarbone spread wide. Gaze goes forward. On the exhale, round through your spine. Find your cat. 3 to 5 more rounds on your own. Taking your time, finding your activation. Good. Finishing the round that you're on. And then sending it back into a downward facing dog, lifting your hips up and away, finding your down dog, adjusting your hands, your feet as you need to. Maybe shift your weight from side to side, bend through one knee and then the other, roll out the neck. Maybe take an exhale out to the mouth. And then eventually finding a more neutral, stable, and still downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, we're going to roll forward into a high plank. On the exhale, we're going to take a chaturanga. You can always lower your knees down, keep your elbows above your wrist. Inhale, maybe an upward facing dog or a baby cobra or a back bend of your choice. Back into your chaturanga, back into your high plank, back into your downward facing dog. Good. We're going to flow with that for a couple rounds. You can always lower your knees down if you need to. But this is an advanced practice, so maybe try to keep your knees lifted. On your next inhale, roll forward into a high plank. On the exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, back chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Good, couple more. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's do one more. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. From your downward facing dog, lift your heels up off the mat, coming onto your tiptoes, taking some tiny baby steps to come into an Uttanasana, forward fold at the top of the mat. And then once you're there, maybe widening out your stance a little bit, grabbing for opposite elbows or stepping onto your palms or interlacing your hands behind your head, behind your back. Find a hang, find a sway, maybe straighten through one leg and then the other. Maybe taking a generous bend into the knees here. Just allow your torso to release over your legs. Good, releasing your hands down. On your next inhale, take a halfway lift, fingertips towards your shins, elongate through the spine. On the exhale, fold down, release it, let it go. On the inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, cactus, open up through the heart. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, gentle bend the knees, fold it back forward. Inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step, float, crow, handstand it back. Go through your first vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Good. We're going to move through some sun salutations here. Feel free to practice hopping into handstand or taking some crows or some arm balance. Arm balances, making it fun, skipping any movement that you'd like. Again, this practice is your own. Make it your own. Whenever you're ready, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to step, float, jump towards the top of the mat. On the inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. On the exhale, fold down, release it, let it go. On the inhale, come up, stretch up, take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, cactus, open up through the heart. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, gentle bend the knees, waterfall, back down. Inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step, float, crow. Press it up, handstand. Finding your vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1, bending the knees, stepping, floating, jumping towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lifting, flat back. Exhale, fold down and release it. Let it go. Inhale, come up, stretch up. Take your gaze up towards the sky. On the exhale, cactus, open up through the heart. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, gentle bend the knees, fold, and back down. Inhale, halfway lifting, flat back, extending. Exhale, plant the hands, step, float, crow, press it up. Go through your vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Good. From your downward facing dog, bring your big toes to touch. Send your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Keep the hips square towards the mat. Lower your right foot to a hover next towards your left. So your right big toe maybe taps your left big toe, and then send it back up. Up, downs for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, three-legged dog, send your right leg up and away. Bring your right knee towards your nose. Step your right foot through, runner's lunge. Maybe grab your blocks, maybe come onto your fingertips. Keep your back knee lifted. Find a gentle bounce up and down with your left knee waking up into your left hip flexor for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, back into your runner's lunge. Coming into a modified pyramid pose, straightening out through your right leg. Hands on blocks, or hands can stay down on the mat. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, modified pyramid. Flossing between these two positions. 3 to 5 more rounds. Good. Finishing the round that you're on, we're going to come into a staff pose. We're going to bend into the right knee. We're going to bring the left knee all the way up and towards our chest, coming up to standing, reaching the fingertips up. Extend out through your left leg. Bring your left foot to hover next towards your right. Maybe your left big toe taps your right big toe. Send it back up. Up, downs. For 5, trying your best to keep your shoulders stacked above your hips. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, extend that left leg out in front of you. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to attempt 5 pistol squats from here. Your hands can come wherever they go for your balance, but we're just going to go right for it. We're going to bend into the right knee, extend your left leg out towards the left, send it back up. 5, lower, up, 4, lower, up, 3, lower, up, 2, last one, lower, up, 1, into a wide-legged chair pose. Let your left foot land next towards your right. Take your feet about hips width distance width apart. Reach your fingertips up. Find your chair. Let your arms fall by your sides. Let your heels up off the mat. Bend through your knees, lower your hips, tap your Achilles tendons with your middle fingers. Back into your chair. Heels drop, fingertips lift. Fingertips drop by your sides. Lift the heels. Tap your heels, your Achilles tendons with your middle finger. Back into your chair. Arms circle down. Lift your heels. Tap. Back into your chair. Arms circle down. Lift the heels. Tap. One more. Back into your chair. Arms fall by your sides. Lift the heels and tap. Back into your chair, hands at heart center. 5 squats, as low as you can go. Lower down, lift it up. 5, lower, lift. 4, lower, lift. 3, lower, lift. 2, lower, lift. 1, good. Arms fall by your sides. Lift your heels back up off the mat. Lower it down. From here, bring your hands down to plant. Bring your knees up towards your armpits, coming into our Bakasana, our crow pose. Fingertips are turned out slightly. Lean your weight forward into your hands. Maybe your feet start to lift for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, shoot it back. Vinyasa. Medium back. In your downward facing dog. Good job. Over into the other side, big toes to touch. Send your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Keep your hips square. Bring your left foot to hover next towards your right. Send it back up. Up, downs. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, 3-legged dog, send the left leg up and back. On the exhale, knee towards your nose, step it through. Runner's lunge. Come onto your fingertips, use your blocks. Gentle bounces up and down into your right knee, your right hip flexor. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, runner's lunge. And then into your modified pyramid. On the exhale, straighten out to your left leg. Maybe your left toes lift. Maybe use your blocks if you need to. 3 to 5 more rounds on your own. Inhale, coming forward. Runner's lunge. Exhale, shift it back into your pyramid. And again, pausing where you want to pause. Adding any movement. Subtracting some movement. Taking your time with these. Good. From here, you're transitioning into a staff pose. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Come all the way up to standing. Reach your fingertips up. Extend out through your right leg. Good. Bring your right foot to hover next towards your left. Kick it back up. To hover next towards your left. Kick it back up. Good. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. Core is strong. 5. 4. 3. 2, 1. Extend that right leg out in front of you. Hands to heart center, wherever they go. For your 5 pistol squats, lower it down. Lift it up. 5. Lower. Lift. 4. Lower. Lift. 3. Lower. Lift. 2. Lower. Lift. 1. Wide-legged chair. Let your right foot land. Bring your feet out about hips width distance width apart. Reach your fingertips up. Find your chair. Let your arms fall by your sides. Lift your heels up. Tap your Achilles tendons with your middle fingers. Back into your chair. Reach the arms up. Arms circle down. Lift the heels. Find your tap. Back into your chair. Arms circle down. Lift your heels, tap, back into your chair, arms circle down, lift the heels, tap. 1 more, back into your chair, arms circle down, lift the heels, tap, back into your chair. Bring your hands to heart center. 5, deep Malasana squats, as deep as you can go. Up, 5, up, 4, lower, up, 3, lower, up, 2, lower, up, 1. Back into your chair. Arms by your sides. Lift your heels. Lower it down. Lower your hips all the way down towards your heels. Bring your hands down to plant. Your knees up and towards your armpits. Plant down through your hands. Fingertips are turned out slightly. shoulder width distance width apart. Finding your Prakasana, finding your crow for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shoot it back. Vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Good job, guys. Remember, you can always pause the video and take a break whenever you need to. But we're gonna move on into our main sequence, our strongest sequence of this class. And it is a little bit complicated. You might be doing some novel movements, some movements you've never done before. So if you wanna watch ahead and then rewind and do that, or if you just wanna watch and go for it and pause and rewind when you need to, you know what to do. But we'll get right into it. Let's reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog, taking an inhale. On the exhale, knee towards your nose, step it through. Come into a staff pose. Bring your left knee in towards your chest, reach the fingertips up. Extend out to your left leg, pistol squat all the way down. Bring your sit bones down, roll it back into a plow pose. Pistol squat, but switch the leg. We're down to your left foot. Grab for your right ankle, your right foot with your right hand. Come into a bound half moon. From here, gently release the foot, but keep the knee bent. See if you can bring the right knee all the way down. From there, modified side plank, right palm plants towards the back of the mat. Extend out to your left leg. Root down to the knife edge of your left foot. Reach your left fingertips up and over, or cactus through your left arm as you turn the heart up towards the sky. From there, circle your left palm back down towards the mat. Come into a three-legged dog. Reach your right leg up and away. 5 handstand hops are yours. Go for it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, maybe lowering down, crow pose. Good. Maybe one-legged crow, extend through one leg. Bring it back, do the other leg. Bring it back, shoot it back. Vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Great job, guys. That's our flow, that's our sequence. We're gonna do the same thing onto the other side. Reaching your left leg up and back, three-legged dog, taking an inhale. On the exhale, knee towards your nose, step it through. Staff pose, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Reach the fingertips up, extend through the right leg. Lower down pistol. Roll it back, plow. Plant down to your right foot, switch the pistol. Grab for your left ankle, your left foot with your left hand, open up, bound half moon. From there, release the foot, release the ankle. See if you can tap your left knee down first. Bring your left palm towards the back of the mat, modified side plank. Extend out to your right leg, root down to the knife edge of your right foot. Right fingertips reach up and over, or cactus, open up the heart. From there, reach your fingertips back forward. Come back into a three-legged dog. Reach the left leg up and away. 5 handstand hops are yours. Go for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, crow pose, lower down. Good. Ekapada crow. Straighten through one leg. Bring it back. Straighten through the other. Bring it back. Shoot it back. Vinyasa. Good job. Meeting back into your downward facing dog. We're gonna do that same sequence a couple more times on each side. Remember to take breaks whenever you need to. Whenever you're ready, reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog, taking an inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose, step it through. Staff pose. Left knee in towards your chest. Reach the fingertips up, extend to your left leg. Pistol all the way down, sit bones down. Plow pose. Switch the pistol. Root down to your left foot. Grab for your right ankle, your right foot. With your right hand, bound half moon. Release the foot, keep the knee bent. See if you can tap your right knee down first for your modified side plank. Right palm plants. Extend out to your left leg, root down to the blade edge of your left foot. Left fingertips reach up and over. Or open it up with a cactus, open up your heart. Sweep your left fingertips back forward. Let's palm plants, three-legged dog. Reach your right leg up and away. 5 handstand hops. Go for it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, crow pose. Good. Ekapada crow, extend through one leg. Bring it back. Do the other leg. Bring it back. Step it back. Vinyasa. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Great job. Other side. Reach your left leg up and back, three-legged dog, taking an inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Step it up. Staff pose. Reach the fingertips up. Extend out to your right leg. Lower down pistol. Into your plow. Switch the pistol. Right foot plants. Grab for your left ankle, your left foot with your left hand. Bound half moon. Good, release the foot. See if you can tap your left knee down first. Modified side plank, left palm plants. Straighten out to your right leg, knife edge of your right foot. Right fingertip sweep, or cactus out your right arm. Turn your heart up towards the sky. Good. Reach your right fingertips back forward to plant. Three-legged dog. Send your left leg up and back. 5 handstand hops. Go for it. 5. Try again. 4, 3, 2, maybe lower down. Crow. Oof. Lost it that time. Maybe Ekapada crow. Bring it back. Other leg. Bring it back. Float it back. Go through your vinyasa. Or skip it. Meeting back in your downward facing dog. Let's pause here. Find our breath again. For 10. For 9. You can also take a child's pose. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last round. Same sequence, one more time on each side. You got this. Reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog, taking an inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose, step it through. Staff pose. Left knee in towards your chest. Extend out to your left leg. Bend to your right knee, pistol. Roll it back, plow. Switch the pistol, left foot. Grab for your right ankle, your right foot. Left fingertips down, bound half moon. From there, modified side plank, tap your right knee down first. Bring your right palm down, extend out to your left leg, down to the blade edge of your left foot. Left fingertips sweep up and over. Maybe cactus through your left arm. Open up through the heart. Reach your left fingertips back forward. Three-legged dog. Left palm plants. Right toes lift. Good. 5 handstand hops are yours. 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down crow. Good. Maybe extend through one leg. Bring it back. Extend through the other. Bring it back. Shoot it back. Vinyasa. Final side, guys. You got it. Reach your left leg up and back. Three-legged dog, taking an inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Step it through. Staff pose. Right knee in towards your chest. Fingertips reach. Extend out to your right leg. Lower it down. Pistol. Into your plow. Switch the pistol. Root down to your right foot. Grab for your left ankle. Your left foot with your left hand. Bound. Half moon. From there, modified side plank. Bring your left knee down first. Let's palm plants towards the top of the mat. Extend out to your right leg. Root down to the knife edge of your right foot. Reach your right fingertips up and over. Or cactus. Open up to the heart. Reach your right fingertips forward. Right palm comes down to plant. Three-legged dog. Reach your left leg up and away. 5 handstand hops. Go for it. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Lower down. Crow. Maybe akapata crow. Extend through one leg. Bring it back. Extend through the other. Bring it back. Shoot it back. Vinyasa. Great job. Meeting back. In your downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up and back. Step your right foot to the outside of your right palm. Lower your back knee down. Lizard lunge. Great job, guys. Find your lizard lunge that serves you best. Using some blocks underneath the hands, lowering down to your forearm. Maybe bending through your left knee. Grabbing for your right foot. Maybe coming onto the knife edge of your right foot. As you take your gaze up towards the sky. And we'll be here for 10. Slowing your breath down. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, gently releasing the foot if you grabbed it. And then heel-toeing your right foot over towards your left wrist for your half pigeon. And then getting that shin as parallel as you can towards the front edge of your mat. And then with your left toes tucked under, maybe bring them a little bit closer to the center of your mat. Using that left foot as a lever to find a good line of tension. And then finding your long spine. And then lowering down into it. I know the sun is shining through the windows here, but we're just in a hip opener of your choice. You can always take a different hip opener, figure 4 on your back, or double pigeon, but we're actually going to move into double pigeon after this, so breathe where you are for 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, staying where you are if you'd like some more time, making your way up. And then we're going to see if we can bring our left shin all the way up and around, stacking your left ankle on top of your right knee, keeping your toes flexed up towards your knees to protect your knees. Reaching your fingertips up, taking an inhale and the exhale, folding forward into your double pigeon. Or maybe you want to stay in your half pigeon or find a different posture here. And breathe here for 10. For 9. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. On 1, we're going to come back up. We're going to see if we can bring that left shin back from where it came. Tuck your left toes under. Send your right leg up and away. 3-legged dog. Come forward. Go through your vinyasa or skip it. Meeting back. In your downward facing dog. Good. Same thing, just switching onto the other side. Reach your left leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Taking an inhale. On the exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left palm. Lower your right knee down. Find your lizard lunge. Come down to your forearms. Use your blocks. Find your variation, reach back, grab for the foot, open your heart towards the sky, maybe come onto the knife edge of that left foot for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, back to center, heel toeing it over into your half pigeon, heel toeing that left foot over towards your right wrist, getting that shin as parallel as you can towards the front edge of your mat. With your right toes tucked under, move it around, maybe more towards the center of your mat, finding your long spine, lowering down into the hip opener of your choice. And we're here for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Gently coming up or staying exactly as you are. Bringing your right shin all the way up and around to stack on top of your left shin. Toes are dorsiflexed for your double pigeon. Reaching your fingertips up, taking an inhale and the exhale, folding forward into your double pigeon for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, back up, back from where we came. Step your right foot back behind you, tuck your right toes under, three-legged dog. One last final vinyasa if you want that, meeting back in your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, lowering your knees down onto the mat and coming down into a kneeling position. Resting your hands on your lap. Closing your eyes, doesn't matter which way your hands are resting in your mat. Finding your long spine, sending your energy out to the crown of your head. Letting your breath return back to its natural rhythm. Finding your seated meditation here. If there's any other postures you'd like to take to finish out your practice, an inversion, a back bend, more hip opening, any other posture that I may have missed that you would like to do, I invite you to go there now, making your way back into your seated meditation or your final resting pose, Shavasana, whenever you are ready. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy, your time, your practice with me. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to share myself with you. I hope to see you here again very soon. Peace.